Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Deep Dive into DeFi, where I look at projects in decentralized finance and look at all the tokenomics, the technical details, and tell you if it's worth it to invest in that project. And so today we actually have DeFiner.org on our list to review. So we're going to take a look at a lot of their specs, their technical details, figure out what they do, and whether it's worth it to invest or not. So let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, so the first thing that we can do is go check out DeFiner.org, and I'm kind of just going to do a little bit of an audit. And what I mean by audit is just go through a lot of even like their social channels, their website, see how poppin' they are, how new they are. So they actually joined March 2018 on the Twitter, so that's fairly recent. But it seems like they've actually just recently decided to launch a token, and interestingly enough, they are doing that with DAO Maker, I believe. DAO Maker is awesome. You guys should definitely check out DAOmaker.com. They're doing some really cool stuff, and they're helping companies like DeFiner. And so we're gonna take a look at what DeFiner does and see if it's worth it to check out their token that's coming out, actually I think in a week. So first things first, we're actually gonna go to the back to the homepage here. I just wanna see what they have going on, what they're actually doing, as if like I'm a newcomer to DeFiner and I don't know what the heck's going on. So first of all, website looks great. Website's very easy to understand. So far I can understand that they allow for lending and borrowing, earning crypto, and probably along the same lines, putting your assets to work. It's like lending and borrowing. So we can tell that this is definitely a DeFi type platform. I want to know more about how everything works. So let's go ahead and go to the beta testnet and see if it'll let us do anything here. So I just connected my wallet. I didn't want to show that whole process. It's very simple if you have MetaMask already on. If you have the Brave browser, that's also really a good idea. So this is very interesting. This is like their app. So it looks like you can do all the yield farming, or not yield farming necessarily, but lending and borrowing right from the app here. So I like that a lot. This is a really cool beta, I'm not gonna lie. I like this idea of kind of showing off little features on the site itself before the app is actually out. Yeah, I really like this. This is really cool. So you can basically just do this all from the app, from what I understand here. That's pretty awesome. They've already got the wallet attached. So I'm not sure how they're going to attach the wallet once you actually have the app. I don't know what that looks like, because obviously MetaMask usually connects to your desktop. I think they could probably still do it, but I haven't seen anything like that. Maybe I'm just missing it, but I do like the beta. Beta looks great. So we checked out the beta. Let's just kind of go through their work here a little more. Work smarter, not harder. I agree. Earn crypto. We just looked at the beta testnet. In fact, can we actually... Oh, we can. We can look at these a little closer. USDT, so your APR is 1.47%. APR for deposits is 0.56. I would say the only problem I'm having right now is I can't back. Let's try zooming out, see if we can do that. That's a little concerning as well, but that's okay. This is just a little beta. It's just a little test thing here. Yeah, I would like to know how to go back on this beta though. So definitely, if you're seeing this, DeFiner, please fix that, because that would be good. Lend and borrow, create an account. I don't know if we want to create an account just yet, but I do want to see maybe what this looks like. Ooh, a swap. So they're actually facilitating swaps is the question. Folio, swap, loan. Great. So all of your typical features, but it seems like it's a much better UI. Seems very clean. I like that. That's going to be a big thing when you're trying to kind of bring your product over to a mainstream audience. So Assets without limits, over-collateralized loans, flexible terms, more digital asset options, accessible protection fund, insured. On top of our audits, our platform is insured by Nexus. I like that. That is really cool. So for anybody who doesn't understand or doesn't know, Nexus Mutual is basically providing insurance through the Ethereum network, I believe. I think they were one of the projects that started doing work from Andre. I don't know if it was directly related to Andre. Crone, I don't know how to say his last name. Guy who made Wi-Fi, basically. So it's a really cool idea. Yeah, it's built on Ethereum, and I really like that idea. So that's definitely cool. That's a win in my book, insuring using Nexus Mutual. So best rates, there's no middlemen, meaning increased premiums. Great for lenders and decreased cost for borrowers. Awesome, that's what you want. So all this is done through the platform, decentralized fashion. Great, so that sounds awesome to me. So it's secured and audited by Taka Security, Trail of Bits, it looks like. They also have a bug bounty, and great. So it sounds like they're pretty lit in terms of security. Now they're also backed by Microsoft, Techstars. So this is a Techstars company? That's interesting. Can we find anything about this? DeFiner, Techstars. Oh, interesting. So they were a Techstars company. Now that is very interesting. In 2020, they just got out of their Techstars accelerator, it looks like. The class of 2020. And where's DeFiner? Somewhere in here. DeFiner. Wow, there you go. DeFiner.org. So they're a legit Techstars company. So for those who don't know, Techstars is an accelerator for early startups. And it really helps you grow your company at a very early stage. They supply capital, and they also supply, the environment to grow and all the resources needed. So they're also funded by Signum Capital. Wow, that's awesome. They've got a lot of capital backing them. Consensus Lab. Well, that's pretty impressive. I don't know what Microsoft is doing. Let's see if we can find out exactly what Microsoft is doing with DeFiner, if there's anything about them. Okay, well, I'm not exactly sure what Microsoft is doing. This guy says DeFiner redistributes the transaction fees collected by the Fin holders. We'll get to the token in a second because the token's coming out in the next week. So I want to talk about what it's for and what it's going to do. This will probably be useful. We'll come back to this. But I can't find anything about Microsoft, so that's fine. But the rest of it's amazing. I mean, the fact that they went through Techstars, they graduated from that class of 2020, you got Signum Capital, so they're doing really awesome, great, and they're also seen in all these different articles, different media publications, so that's awesome. So they got publicity, they've got the tech, it seems. We'll have to look at the tech a little bit more in detail, but it definitely seems like they've got a lot going on right now. So let's take a look now at the company. I don't know if we can get a white paper or anything like that. The token's not necessarily out yet, but we might look at the Reddit post just to kind of look closer. So Jason Wu is our CEO. Pretty big team. That's good. Can't say that I recognize any of these names, but that's also okay because sometimes the best projects come out of nowhere with a good tech team, and they're not necessarily big in the influencer space, marketing. So they're a growing ecosystem. That's awesome. Chainlink, Kyber. So there's the Techstars photos. That's what you like to see. So some of these guys have been on panels. So they've been around for a while. Okay, so we actually found token at the bottom here. So we're going to take a look at token really quickly. The Fin token is a nucleus within the DeFiner ecosystem, so sounds like it's pretty important. Let's see what it does. The DeFiner was founded to execute our vision of delivering trustless, decentralized financial services to the world. Thus, the native token of DeFiner was designed with one primary goal in mind: to achieve full decentralization. The Fin token is an ERC20 Ethereum-based cryptographic token that connects all parts of the DeFiner ecosystem. So what is Fin used for? Distributed profits. DeFiner redistributes all profits collected in the platform back to Fin token holders, including transaction fees, and interest collected. That's interesting. Collected profits will be distributed proportionally according to your Fin holding ratio. The more Fin you own, the more profits you earn. I like that a lot. Proof of premium, or POP. By contributing lending capital and collateral on the network, lenders and borrowers are entitled to a portion of the newly mined Fin. So they mine Fin. The duration and value of those assets staked will be used to calculate how much fin the lender or borrower will get proportionally. The number of newly mined fin follows a predefined deflationary curve. I like that. I want to see this deflationary curve. I want to see how the tokens are being distributed. And voting rights. So this is a governance token as well. So decentralized governance is an important aspect of the DeFiner ecosystem. The fin token is also designed to represent voting rights for holders. This keeps the platform secure, evolving, and allows users to decide on their trajectory of the platform. Each fin token entitles you to one voting right, so owning more fin gives more votes. I mean, this is the kind of platform that you would definitely want to have a lot of fin tokens to be able to determine the direction of the company. Obviously, the big reason is because they're already vetted, in my opinion. They've got massive capital backing them. If you think this is a scam, go to the other direction, because it's definitely not a scam. Scams don't go through Techstars, accelerators, and go through this whole process to finally launch a token after all of this. Because keep in mind, they've been around since 2018, apparently. So there's definitely a lot of really awesome potential here. And it's very rare that you see that kind of potential in the decentralized finance industry. A lot of times you'll have a lot less to work with, and you'll just have to kind of go off of goodwill and hope that they're not a scam. This one, in my opinion, actually, this one I know is definitely not a scam. This is definitely legit. This is one of those companies you definitely want to take a flyer on an early stage basis. So the token symbol is FIN. 42 million is the total initial total supply. The initial circulating supply will be 25% of that. So that should be, so we should see about 10.5 million early on in its life. So that should be starting in the next week when the token actually does launch. Standard distributions here. Interesting that they're only giving out 1% through the public sale. I think they're hoping that with the private sale being 7%, that these people will believe in the project more in order to hold on to more. So they wanted to put out more tokens for private owners, or private sale owners, rather than public sale owners, so that whales can't just come out of nowhere and accumulate a lot of the supply and just dump it all. So awesome. Well, I haven't seen anything that would show more information about the token. We'll see if we can go to their blog and maybe see if they've got more information here. Aha, this will probably do it for us. So by October 6th, which is about, according to this video, or by the recording date of this video, 2 days ago, they have 4 million total value locked with over 500 transactions. That is awesome. So it looks like they've still got 15% allocation of tokens remaining. I don't know how you can participate in this private sale. I think the last thing that I saw was that you could go to CoinList and do the sale there, but I think it's over. Not sure. So next thing I want to do is just kind of do like a little audit of their Twitter account, see what kind of content they're posting, see what kind of engagement they're getting. So doing some AMAs here and there with some influencers, of course, Downmaker there. So the sale will end on Friday, October 9th. This video will definitely not be out by then, I don't think. But they were doing it on CoinList, so this will be over by the time this video posts, more likely. Seems like they're doing some pretty decent content. Got to keep things rolling. 4,352 followers. They're doing more marketing, which means they're ready to start popping off. So seems like the DeFiner is really doing a lot of great things right now. Definitely would love to invest. I think there's enough evidence here showing that this project, this company, is very legit. They have all the vetted signs and things that you'd like to see in a company in DeFi. There are specific little green flags that you want to look for. One of them is that it's an actual company with people in it. That's the first thing. And we just verified that because of the fact that they went through Techstars. That is a very, very hard thing to do. Just want to make that clear. It is very difficult to get into Techstars, so you have to be a very legitimate company to be able to do so. And of course, that is kind of our verification of what DeFiner is. I liked the idea of using it as a governance token. Obviously, that's a huge thing. Using it for proof of premium, otherwise known as POP, which is on the screen now. And I like the distributed profits, where you take even transaction fees and give it back to the holders. That seems pretty legit to me. I mean, I can't think of, a whole lot of reasons why I wouldn't want to hold on to some Fin, especially because of what I'd be able to do with that token, knowing that this company is very legit and I can get in at a very early stage. Again, this is not financial advice, never will be, but I know I'll be doing an investment into DeFiner after looking through this. So if you did enjoy the video, please leave a like, subscribe to this channel, and definitely check out a couple of my other videos that I've done in the past. And I hope you're looking forward to some awesome content that I got coming very soon. I'm in a new location now. In fact, I just moved to LA, so gonna have a lot of more content coming very often. Really appreciate you watching this video. As always, don't invest more than you plan to lose. See you in the next video. Peace.